Hello, me chooks. Matt here. This is a bit of an impromptu video. I'm actually up late tonight. Well, in the morning here. It's like nearly 2:30 as I'm recording this. I've just watched Wishworld, and it's a Doctor Who episode. And as you know, I've been dipping in and out of it. I couldn't stand watching it for 8 weeks straight. I just couldn't. So I think there was 3 or 4 episodes I missed. I didn't miss much, as you do with, current Doctor Who. You don't miss anything. It is literally like a soap opera. So, you can get in and out of it now. So you don't have to know everything, But yeah, so anyway, about the episode itself, Gatwa wakes up with a woman and then realizes that he's in a dream because he wouldn't do that. And a little black girl comes out and starts meowing on the bed. I'm not making this up. And anyway, cups are falling through tables and smashing on the floor. And the Rani is flying around on a giant rocket cycle from Flash Gordon, a la Wizard of Oz, The Witch. Dun, 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 dun. That's what she's doing. And I'm not making this shit up. This is ridiculous. I know I try to keep a lot of my stuff private, but I'm truthful. So I suffer from a debilitating illness. And it can, I am disabled, okay? So I'm not attacking anyone. I don't let my disability affect me. And so, yeah, I'm not making fun of this disability internment camp that they've got set up. And so, because at times I didn't know if I was watching an episode of Doctor Who or the film Top Secret. Because there they are, sneaking around in wheelchairs, looking around. What? I'm doing David Tennant there. What? Oh, don't forget about the flashbacks of the Doctors too. We had Insert Doctor. We had the Clown Doctor. But we didn't have David Tennant's 14th Doctor. That was a little bit weird for me. I was sure that they were adamant that was 14. So he should have been in there too, because it's another iteration. But anyway, he's a dickhead and R2D doesn't think about these things. And so, anyway, the Rani lives up in a bone castle, something like Skeletor, alright? We don't know why it's made out of bones. Probably won't find out why it's made out of bones, but anyway, it's made out of bird bones. Because after this episode, I watched the making of, and I was just aghast at some of the rhetoric that they were saying on there. Oh my God, did you know that there were no South Asians on television 20 years ago? I didn't. Did you know that they had a disability wrangler on this episode so that they could keep them all into a corral? They could corral them all and keep them all, so they didn't go falling off ledges or anything like that. I'm blown away. Blown away. So caring. I can't see why this show is failing. I really can't. But anyway, this show is toast. This show is toast. We already know this from the Sun. Do we believe the Sun? Well, I don't. I don't believe a lot of it. But it's just the fact that, I mean, it's obvious that this show is resting. For a year, 2 years, I think about minimum 3 years at least. At least. They won't start filming again until about 2027. By then I'll be past middle-aged. And I don't, you know, they're just making so many errors in this entire show. I cannot see them course correcting. I just can't. They were supposed to course correct this last time around, and look what's happened. They've tripled, quadrupled down, and made an absolute mess of it more, as if we didn't think that that was possible. To me, the Whittaker era could have been totally bypassed completely. No one need to know it existed. But they doubled down. They were like, no, we're going to treat this as if it was, you know, part of the show. And yeah, anyway. So pretty much the show ended. Because if I mentioned Omega's coming back, Omega's coming back because they've decided to bring back Omega, who was last seen in Peter Davison's era. And so I'm really, really confused as to what they're going to do with this character, because he never showed up at the end of this episode, which was, I thought, really odd. If they make him into something like they did with the Fantastic Four movie, where Galactus was a dust cloud. The thing is with Omega is that he doesn't have a body. And I'm sort of thinking that they may give him the body of the Luck Child, to, you know, so that he can actually, you know, live. But I honestly think that's going to be like too much like Ghostbusters 2, but I wouldn't put it past them at all. And so, you know, I don't know why I keep coming back to this show. I have loved this show. As you well know, a lot of you guys are from my era of Doctor Who. I have loved this show for so long, and I let it go for so long during that horrid Whittaker era. And I think that it's just beyond salvageable now. And yet, I have to watch it, because if I don't watch it, it's going to end, and I wasn't there for him when the show collapsed. And I just wish that, you know, I just wish things had been different with this iteration, but when you look back in the last 3 years, because that's how long it's been, when you look back in the last 3 years, they've made mistake after 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 mistake. Announcement after announcement, and they were all underwhelming. All of them were underwhelming. They wanted you to be excited, and I personally was nowhere near excited for anything. And it's just really lost its inner worth, its inner self, what it's about. And I think it needs a rest now. And I think it needs new blood. I think it needs blood that's not been tainted by the last 20 years. I'm sorry to say, the 20 years. We need to get rid of these ideological dickheads from out of Doctor Who. It probably won't happen. I can see that this is going to be a Christopher Eccleston repeat, where certain people are going to throw him under the bus, trying to save their hides, and I think that's where it's aiming for. But the thing is, they're the ones making the mistakes, so it's all just going to rinse and repeat. So I'm not holding my breath. I'm watching next episode because it's the final episode for a very, very long time. I'm prepared for that. And so, I need to just be happy with, what's been and gone. And we did get a few good years from the new series. We did. But I'm starting to pick and choose what I like and what I don't like out of the new era now. Whereas with the last 26 years, I can take all of it in. Anyway, that's it from me. What did you think of this episode? Did you enjoy it? If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. It won't be a huge Doctor Who channel. It's never been about Doctor Who. As you know, I love my movies. And I love my TV series and stuff. So I've got plenty of those to go around. But yeah, we're preparing for the finale for this iteration of Doctor Who. It's been a lifelong love of mine. There was no Susan in this episode too. What the hell was that all about? It was just more anticlimactic crap, really. And I really see this final episode as something that's not going to come together like last year. I really do. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening to my ramblings. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Who am I? Why, I'm Matt Pott. The Definite Article. See you next time.